Camping with the family this weekend over on this Autumn Water campsite. Really nice campsite. But checking out the maps, and I thought I'd just come for a little walk. Everyone walks around Autumn Water, but I've decided to just cut off and go a different way. That's the tower from the Royal Medical School at Holbrook. By the way, I should have said we're camping at Autumn Water in Suffolk. It's a really nice campsite. Quite warm this weekend, but just have a little bimble around the fields. As I say, we've just seen the tower at Holbrook. We should see it a lot closer up on this route. So, yeah. This is the village of Sutton that we're walking through. Very picturesque. Missed that track. So, not that it was a great detour. People, my first glimpse of the River Stour across the fields. Hopefully part this way we'll walk alongside it. Coming up to a church up there, you can just see the tip of the tower of the Royal Hospital School. It's the Church of St Peter's, Sutton. Now I know, staying at the campsite we can hear church bells, but I don't know if it's from here or from Holbrook. Ain't on tune. It's certainly not from here, so it must be at Holbrook. Must be the Royal Hospital that's chiming away. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, that does go all the way through the night. Not that it bothers me, I can sleep through bloody anything. But they have mentioned the fact that it does not stop chiming. So, now there is a pond on the left hand side. You'd be absolutely covered in algae. You see, footpath, Stour on the Orwell walk. We're only doing a slight section of it, but to be honest with you, there's been a footpath that I really want to walk, which comes along from Shotley all the way to Manningtree, and this will be part of the footpath. So it stays mostly along the sea wall, along the Stour. Yeah, so I'm presuming I'm going the right way through here. Yeah, I think it's a total of, the actual walk I'm looking at doing is just totals 12 miles. So it's not very far, But like I said all along, I'm going to try and get back in to do a little bit of backpacking, so I'm just going to start nice and easy, a nice easy walk, do a 12 miler, stop off halfway or wherever's convenient, wild camp, and go from there. I think this weekend, I mean, it's been quite warm. I've certainly perfected my summer sleeping arrangements without no sleeping bag, and it seems to work quite well. It's been quite warm the last couple of nights, so yeah. Loving these little lanes. And it really isn't that far away from home. As I say, this campsite is only half an hour away from my house. Ideal to bring the grandchildren who are not really used to that much camping. Yeah, any problems, it's easy to nip home. There we go. Royal Hospital School, Holbrook. Now, I believe, and I may be wrong, I did have a look up what it was. It's a school for the Royal. It's called the Royal Hospital School because it started over in Greenwich, at the Royal Hospital at Greenwich, and it was there for it was a naval school. I'm doing this all from memory, so if I make any mistakes, I apologise, and I will adjust it in the text. And they moved from Greenwich to this point. It's a bit shaky, I know. Sorry, I'm only using my phone. I'll cut out again because I thought I'd get a little bit closer. Well, there we go. And it's that tower that's been chiming all night long. Lovely playing fields. If I get a better shot other than this little gap in the hedge, I'll show it a little bit later on. So, back to a more usual footpath now. So, it's amazing what you find on your walk sometimes. Rather strange looking sheep, aren't they? Actually, I think they're alpacas. So, just grazing along. Yeah. So we're just coming up to the sea wall, just the other side of that little bridge down there. So yeah, do a bit of video when we're down there. There we go, now up on the sea wall, and this is the River Stour. We're looking out that way towards Harwich, Felixstowe. Got Rabness, Mistley, just over on those banks over there on the other side. So, we'll just have a actually a lot cooler along here than it was in the campsite. The campsite was just sweltering. But we've actually got a little bit of a breeze blowing in from towards us from the sea, so that's quite nice. I'll point out the footpath. I mean, I've come along this way, which is the more pronounced route, but the actual footpath states that it follows along that sea bank and then along They're a log. It looks to me like you just might get your feet wet if you follow the footpath until it joins up again with this lovely footpath on here. So I might be missing the route a little bit, but this is the way I'm going. Just another view of the Royal Hospital. I mean, it's a very, very prominent building along these shores. It can be seen for quite a way. Obviously, every time I've walked around the Stour Nature Reserve on the other banks, I said, you know, it's quite prominent. Yeah, so continue along here. Oh, okay, still carrying on the seawall. This, I believe, is Holdbrook Bay, all around here. Just a nice panoramic view, really. Not a lot of movement, so. And then we head off. We just round the bend there. We head off up that slight incline, up into the village of Holbrook, and then back to the reservoir, around the reservoir, back to the campsite. So it's not a very long walk, but gets me off site for a couple of hours. So basically we're just doing a circular tour of the Royal Hospital, just go all the way around it. Okay. We come off from the seawall, which is just around that bend there, into a bit of, looks like a sheep field, with the amount of wool that's on the floor. Quite clear signage, really. Don't take the track, come across and go through that gate just over there. As I say, this little stroll was completely off the cuff. I'm just using OS maps on my phone, and also filming on my phone. So let's hope my phone don't die before the end of this little walk. It should be alright. Yeah. This path should come into another little lane and walk up to the village of Holbrook. And from there it's not far to the reservoir and back to the site. Always make sure the gate is closed behind you. There's a path up that way, but I'm very certain it goes on this way. But unfortunately, I think it's best to check before I go too far. So I'll stop filming for a while and check the maps. Okay, after checking on second thought, I'm pleased I didn't go too far, because I think the track I was walking on is more of the farmer's track and the footpath, because it does actually show a footpath coming up from there and it just carries on down here. So pleased I checked that before I carried on. I'm gone too far out of my way. Never be frightened to check. You may think you're going the right way, but always check. The old algae is out in force this year, I think. Yeah, it's a bit more like it. It was getting a bit warm along that path, and now I've come into the edge of this woodland. We're still following the stream to my right. As I say, decent path. It's a bit cooler in the shade here. It was starting to get really warm. But then I suppose it is coming up to midday, so as they say, mad dogs and Englishmen and all that, out in the midday sun. You just gotta love these little byways that are all enclosed. So we're coming to a bit of civilization now. A few houses. Okay, back on the road now. A bit more busy. This is Holdbrook Mill, the old mill cottage, and to the left of me is the old mill pond, which hopefully we'll see as we come up here a little way. I think it does extend a little bit longer than that. So that's the old mill pond. Again, very silted up. Okay, Holbrook Mill. So, the footpath. So I'm going to just come off and find a footpath. Looking for public footpath leading to Alton Water. So I'll go down here. Now, unfortunately, my battery is very low on the camera, so I'm just going to conserve it a little bit. So, okay, all paths have their obstacles. I've got a lovely willow that's fallen across the footpath. There's enough room underneath it. Just a duck. Oh. Okay. Onwards and upwards. If I wanted to extend my walk by another 8 miles, I could carry on walking up that side of the reservoir, which we just hit. I'm just going to go across the dam. We can see in the distance there, there's the water sports centre. Literally behind there is the campsite. So not much further to go. Like I said, my battery's water is low because this is a dam here, and it's meant to be a weir going down to the runoff. Obviously a treatment centre down there. Afternoon. So, there we go. It's been a pleasant walk. Tower at Holbrook School again. Like I said, we just basically done a circular of the school. Just come up from behind there. Across the dam, back past the water sports centre, back to the site. Well, back at site now. According to OS maps, 7.8 kilometres. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. Just under 2 hours stroll. Yeah, just turn that around. We're back at site. Camp Smith and Gig, obviously flying the flags, Essex flag, Yorkshire flag and the English flag. My wife's from Yorkshire, hence the reason for the Yorkshire flag. Dog patiently waiting, got a damp towel around his, it is rather warm. So, here we go, nice little bimble.